Major players in the auto industry also being forced to make some decisions going forward. What do they do? For example, Ford is now raising prices on three models by a couple $1,000s each. The Bronco Sport, the Maverick pickup, the Mustang Mach-E electric SUV, all of which manufactured in Mexico. However, the Ford CEO, Jim Farley, is remaining optimistic, telling the New York Post, for example, that tariffs have set up the fairest fight that he has seen in decades. President Trump last month visited the auto capital. Despite concerns about car prices going up, he said auto jobs will come back.
I love this state. Got a lot of auto jobs coming. Watch what's happening. The companies are coming in by the tens. You got to see what's happening. They all want to come back to Michigan and build cars again. You know why? Because of our tax and tariff policy.
According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price for a new vehicle went up to more than $48,000, a 2.5% increase from March. It's the strongest April price jump since the pandemic in 2020. With me now, Tim Hovik. He is the owner and operator of Santan Ford in the great state of Arizona. Thanks for being with us tonight, sir. Appreciate it. What are you seeing? Because this is obviously a weekend, Memorial Day, when we sit back, we honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. It's also, for many, the unofficial start to summer, right? And a lot of folks try to get in their vehicle and figure out what's next. What are you seeing?
Yeah, well, first off, I do want to take a moment just to acknowledge the great sacrifice of many for this special weekend. Yeah. But it's also a big holiday sale weekend. And for us, business has been really good. Huh. I think there's a few pieces to it. I do think people might want to try and get out ahead of the tariffs. Nobody really quite knows exactly what that means. But also, I think Ford came out with a really good program from America for America, where we've kind of cut through the noise offering employee pricing. And I think right now, clarity kind of reigns supreme. People are a little bit, they turn the news on every day and it changes every day, and there's so many countries involved and so many percentages involved, and what industry does it affect? And this program kind of cuts through all that noise. And for us, it's led to a very successful 12-day Memorial Day sale.
So I don't expect you to open up your book for me or even get into some numbers, but what do you mean that it's been good? That the past few weeks here or whatever have been a good time for you? What do you mean?
Yeah, we haven't seen a drop off. The last couple of years were very good, holiday sale wise. We put a lot into it here at our particular store, and the program that Ford has come out with seems like it's kind of bridged that gap of the tariff noise that's out there, and it seems like it's been able to cut through it for us. And we're kind of like we were, a few months ago pre all the tariff noise. So hopefully that'll continue on. And, I think we all want to get to the same finish line. More jobs, more manufacturing, all those things in the United States. I guess the devil's in the details. And I know everybody's working hard on it. So there's different ways to get there, I guess.
Yeah. So Ford says Q1 profit fell by 2/3. Expect a $1.5 billion hit from tariffs this year. The obvious question there, Tom, is at what point do you worry that they come to you and say, you know what, Hovik, we could only deal with it for so long. It's now your turn.
Yeah, well, I think that day is probably not too far from happening.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna kind of be a part of this. I think for us, we've made some strides. The industry as a whole, and Ford in particular, working very closely with the administration to try and kind of sort through some of these things. Recently, we at least got some clarity that all these tariffs aren't going to keep stacking on top of each other. But really for us, the biggest thing in our industry is no one country has an entire supply chain in that country. If you look at the Asian automakers, you've got China, you've got Japan, you've got Korea, but they all help kind of supply each other. If you look at Europe, you've got Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and they kind of help supply each other. So for us, we really hope that the next step in this process is that we take a hard look at Mexico and at Canada and really have the regional supply chain that we need. Because if we don't, the U.S. automakers will be the only automakers that don't have that. Right. And that would put us at a big disadvantage. And I don't think it would actually create jobs. I think it would cost jobs. You know, during Trump 1.0, we invested, Ford Motor Company, billions of dollars based on the policies that he put in place. And that's why today we're the most American-made car vehicle in the world. Indeed. You know, every F-150, for example, is built in the United States. 84% of the parts on an F-150 are made in the United States. But I think it's impossible reach to have 100% of anything built in.
Makes sense.
You know, from a parts standpoint. So we hope that that's the next focus, and that we create an environment where the U.S. auto industry can continue to be a driving economic force for the country.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.